Hello everybody and welcome back to another Manchester City full-time review. We're back with the Premier League. This is the last Premier League round until now international break, so there will be no longer full-time reviews until international break ends. But we're going to get into it. Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0 at the Etihad. I am very delighted to come on here and say what a well-deserved 3 points. Looked strong from the very first minute. We played very well from minute 1 all the way to 90 minutes. And we just looked strong in the end. So I'm going to read a little bit of this thing that I have on my computer, or my laptop I should say, and we're going to go through it together. In Pep Guardiola's 1000th game as a manager, Doku's sensational strike ended any ambitions of a Liverpool comeback. The Belgian winger has been an outstanding player every prior to his goal. His live wire display was in stark contrast to the opposition. The 3 points moved City above Chelsea into second spot in the table, now only 4 points behind the leaders Arsenal following their draw to Sunderland. On this evidence, it is City, not the reigning champions, who are the Gunners' biggest challengers. So I'm going to read a few more of this, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the game and what was my thoughts on it. One amusing statistics coming into this contest was that Manchester City's second highest goal scorer in the Premier League this season was Burnley's Maximum Everstay. Is that how you say his name? I can't really say because I don't pay attention to Burnley that much. I don't really focus on the small. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying Burnley's a small club, but I'm not trying to focus onto them, I'm main focused on Man City and all that. As a result of his unfortunate 2 own goals in a 5-1 win for City back in late September when we faced Burnley, we beat them 5-1 in there. The stats remain intact because of the goals Nico and Doku were their first in the competition this season. But City's all-around performance and that of Doku in particular was a reminder of that there is more to them than Haaland. It was the live wire winger who was the crystallic for so much of what was good about Guardiola's side in this showdown for their long-time rivals. Whether finding a yard of space when Liverpool were in a low block or racing into space, he was unstoppable. City have picked up the most points of any Premier League team since April, and that is something that we will not be lost on Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, as they feel Guardiola's sides are now on their shoulder. So, lots of big things we are just talking about here. 4 points behind the ladder leaders in Arsenal. And honestly, I think Arsenal are not going to stop. I think they are going to continuously pick up wins, pick up 3 points to make sure Manchester City don't get anywhere near the Premier League title, make sure Man City don't get even a touch to the Premier League title. They want to make sure that they absolutely stop us from getting anywhere close to it. But with Man City, on the other hand, they want to make sure they do get hands on the Premier League title, go back to where they belong, of course, back on top of the table where they were for the past 4 years in a row. That's where they want to be. They've, of course, it all started, this whole reign of Man City, the reign of dominance for Man City in the Premier League started in 2018. It continued all the way until 2024. Last season, we talked about, didn't go the way that they wanted. They couldn't win 5 in a row. But this season could be their season, the way that I've been seeing them play. Lots of great opportunities we took in the game. I'm very happy we took these 3 points. 3 goals, 3 different goal scorers. For once, it wasn't Erling Haaland who was scoring these goals. Of course, he did take a penalty. He unfortunately missed it. Liverpool did have a goal, but that was ruled off because of Andrew Robertson being offside, and Liverpool fans were claiming that it was robbed. I don't know if that was robbed to me. I highly doubt it was robbed. I think it was the perfect decision. Look, if you guys don't agree with me, don't have to. But in my opinion, I don't think that was robbed. I think it was a perfect call from the referee and VAR, of course. I feel like if Haaland had scored that goal, it would have been 4-0. But you know what? It is what it is. 3-0 I can take. I don't care I don't care about results. I don't care how much we win by. As long as we play good and we win the games and take 3 points, I am delighted. We go into the international break, taking all 3 points, second, 4 points behind Arsenal. And yeah, after international break, we do face Newcastle away. And then I think after Newcastle, we go back to the Champions League. I'm pretty sure where we face Leverkusen, if that is correct. Here we go. So we'll look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go through the next 6 games for Manchester City. In the Premier League, we face Newcastle away. In the Champions League, we face Leverkusen at home. At home against Leeds United in the Prem. Away against Fulham in the Premier League. At home against Sunderland in the Premier League. Then back in the Champions League, we face a tough challenge in Real Madrid. We know Madrid won't be easy to beat. Man City and Real Madrid have lots of amazing history with each other. They've played against each other. They know each other very well. So anything's possible. The two have great history with each other. Great rivalry. A little bit in the Champions League. And then, of course, we'll be back in the Premier League to play away to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final rematch. Of course, for those who didn't know what happened in that game, Crystal Palace beat us 1-0 in the FA Cup. In one of the shocking upsets we had seen, you know. When you look at that, you kind of feel like Man City was going to win that, but that 1-0 against that one goal Crystal Palace scored was just enough to win the game. But that is a long time. That's a long way to go. We're now trying to focus on Liverpool versus Man City. Obviously, the strike Doku score, man. Let's talk about the goal Doku scored. What an absolute strike that was. I don't know. I've never seen a player such as Foden and Doku score a goal like that. I mean, I've seen Foden do a goal like that. I've seen Doku score a goal like that. I don't know if I've ever seen any other player in the Premier League score a goal like that. I've seen probably Mo Salah do it a few times. There's been times where he dribbles a few players, goes around, kicks it, curves the ball in, and it goes into the back of the net. I've seen that multiple times. But I've never seen anyone do it more than Doku or Foden. And it's absolutely incredible. So let me know what your thoughts on this match. Who do you think deserved man of the match? Of course, I'm saying Jeremy Doku. I mean, just take a look at him, what he just did against Liverpool. Absolutely dominant. Destroyed Conor Bradley. Of course, Liverpool fans were kind of saying that they actually were thinking that because Conor Bradley could stop Vinicius Jr., they really thought that he was going to do the same thing to Jeremy Doku. It turned into a different story. But besides all of that, very delighted we took the 3 points. 3 goals to nil, 3 different goal scorers. And like I said before, for once, Erling Haaland wasn't the one doing all the scoring. And, yeah, very delighted. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to the international break, taking 3 points. If you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.